Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Whoa.
Slow it down, buddy. You've come to the right place.
Welcome to Scrub Mode, the podcast that exists. Welcome.
Intersection of monsters and gaming, and boy, we got a big one. We got a good one.
Yeah.
We're ready for it.
It's a Monster Manual episode, which I love.
Oh.
We're gonna do a lot of those. And
We're like halfway done, though. That's kind of
Really?
crazy to think about. Yeah, more than halfway done.
Oh no.
The D's were front loaded. Now that we're up to the G's, there's not much left.
There's not many monsters named after certain letters.
Yeah. But you have demons, devils, and dragons all at the front, and like the only big collection we got left is giants, and then we're just,
I see.
That is just go. Just go.
But this, we're doing the four-lettered things, the beings of smokeless fire, the hidden ones. We're doing Jinn today.
That's cool.
Nice.
I've been wanting to talk about them for a while.
Yeah.
I know you shouldn't, but I want.
It's weird because, like, in some cultures you're not supposed to do it, and other times it's fine. But, like, let me just, like, a blanket, like, hey, if Jinn are real, and B, if you're listening, thanks for downloading our podcast,
Yeah.
the Jinn. But no offense meant. We hope we do you right. Please don't haunt, possess, curse, or otherwise cause us supernatural mischief or harm.
Yeah, please.
We think you're neat. We think you're neat, and we think D&D did you dirty. Okay.
For real.
I haven't presented my case yet, but I think they're neat, and I think D&D did them kind of dirty.
I think they're cool, yeah. Oh man. Because they're called, what, ghouls in the...
They're called, we'll get into it, but like D&D has a genie for each elemental type, which is kind of right, kind of not right.
Yeah, the genasi, right?
Nah.
No.
Genasi are not Jinn.
No.
Related
they're
at all.
not at all
No.
related to Jinn.
I see. The name
they're separate, dude.
Yeah.
They sound the same, but one starts with a D.
Or a J. The other one starts with a
Or
G.
a J. Yeah.
I see.
These are just humans from like who got a little. Oh no,
too spicy?
I'm fact checking myself here, Julio, and in some canons, one of their parents is a genie.
Oh, okay. Sick.
Well, fuck me. That's why I should do more research. But it's only a week.
Okay, so genasi are technically tangentially
half genie.
In some
genie.
canons, they're one of their
genie.
parents is a genie.
I see.
Which means that's where they get the G from their name.
Okay.
Yeah. Her
Okay.
genasi in the rulebook. Am I gonna have to look these guys up? Should I have rolled them into here? I don't know.
Maybe a little bit. I mean,
we just don't know.
We just did.
All right, you want to take a stab at describing some Jinn for me? You know what a Jinn is, or a genie?
God, I wish I knew more, but I don't know that much about
I guess
them,
what, Leo?
honestly.
You're in the right podcast.
Okay.
We're gonna learn you one today.
Sweet.
Nope.
Sweet. I know they're not
Okay.
angels or demons, right? They're completely different from those,
Yeah,
right?
that's a really important fact, actually, that you just highlighted. They are neither angels
Yeah.
nor demons. God made genies from smokeless fire, or a searing wind, so like the Santa Anas.
Yeah.
I see the searing wind. Wow.
We're constantly raised by genies down here.
Yeah,
By jinns.
I mean, you might be.
Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Some
I mean,
do
who
make
knows?
sense.
They are invisible.
I mean, they are invisible. And it would explain why California is a cursed land.
But yeah, like, you know how God allegedly made humans from dirt in Abrahamic faith?
Yeah.
And he made genies from that stuff.
We are clay people.
Yeah, and they are fire or hot wind people.
Uh-huh.
We're all just elementals in some capacity.
Yeah.
We are made of star stuff.
Yeah.
Star stuff, dirt stuff.
Yeah.
Dirt is star stuff. Think about it.
That's true.
It, man.
Dirt is star stuff that we have localized.
That's kind of beautiful, actually.
It is. I think
Dirt is
our
star stuff we've
existence-
localized.
It's kind of amazing if you when you think about it.
Yep.
The life is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's insane.
But yeah, you're right. Demons don't have free will, somehow, right?
Somehow.
which gets
Right.
complicated when you get into the
Yeah.
question of evil. Angels
Yeah.
don't have free will, but jinn
Which
and
is-
humans do,
Ooh.
Mhm.
which means that like there's they also they're mortal. They do some live for many many years, but they do die.
Mhm.
Some are basically
cool.
immortal, but they will die on Judgment Day, where they will have to go face Saint Peter or whatever their religion's equivalent of Saint Peter is. He'll be like, "Oh, were you a good jinn or a bad jinn?"
You know,
You're like, I don't know. I
who's to
use my
say?
powers.
I am.
I think that's really cool. Like, we'll get into this more later, but like, jinn convert too. There are a lot of stories where like you can convert a jinn to Islam, and it's like,
Wow.
imagine if like a vampire showed up and you're like, "You heard about Jesus?"
He's like, he's kind of my enemy, but the way that you're describing him is actually kind of cool.
Well, it does the same thing here because you can. And when I show you videos later of people ghost hunting for jinn, they are saying all the prayers, and that
Mhm.
hurts
Oh,
the
wow.
jinn. But if you say the right prayer, sometimes you can convert them. And I've never seen a story where a vampire is like, "I actually like this Jesus guy. It's making a lot of sense."
Yeah. It's given me a lot of good vibes. But what if he does convert to Christianity? Does that make him immune to cross?
It seems to make the jinn immune to the prayer, but I can't find any like hard and fast rules for that. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm saying like in terms of the vampire. Like, would the cross now not be
Yeah,
a
I'm
weapon
saying, like,
available to...
If it works for jinn, it seems to work for jinn, but there's no rule for it. Does that mean it'll work for vampires? Like,
True.
you can't use the Lord's Prayer against the. It seems nobody uses the Lord's Prayer against the jinn once the jinn convert.
Yeah. Huh.
In theory, though,
Interesting.
they could convert to Christianity.
In theory.
And
Yeah.
it happened. I mean, like usually it's to Islam because they're more common in
In this,
Yeah.
and cultures that have been touched by Islam and like
Mhm.
man, it's a huge topic. Part of why it took me an extra amount of time to
A
write
long
this episode.
time.
Right.
Which is fine.
Mhm.
Also, like I'll get this. I think I hinted to this. Like Arabic is a root word language where you take three letters that form a word and you add all sorts of other vowels and letters to it, and that makes other kind of words. So like the
Oh.
core root word of jinn, it means like to hide. So like that's why they're sometimes called the hidden ones, because you have nounified the word to hide.
Hmm.
Oh.
And like they
That's
actually
very
don't often
interesting.
grant wishes. It's only the most powerful jinn that can do that.
I imagine,
Yeah.
like you can't like go up to like a level 5 djinn.
Yeah.
And be like, grant me a wish. It's like, that's a 20 djinn area, dude.
Yeah.
Also, I don't even like.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the first thing out of the way. We're not even friends.
Hey, I'm a jinn over here.
Yeah. I'm being invisible over here. Wind blast.
Yeah.
Searing wind blast. My skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
What else about jinn? So like, if you're familiar with your Bible or your Quran,
with the what?
allegedly
The
Oh,
Bible.
the Bible. Right.
the Bible, yeah.
Sorry. I haven't called
Allegedly,
it the Bible in a
Solomon
long
had a
time.
magical ring he could use to control jinn, and that's how he had them build the temple.
Solomon. You
Yeah.
crazy dog, you.
Yep.
Mhm.
It specifically had Efreet and Marids build the temple.
I mean,
Efreet are
who
the
else
fiery
would you have?
ones. The Marids, at least in D&D, are the wet ones.
Mhm.
Well, there's
Makes
a lot,
sense.
we'll get into it later, but there's D&D has a djinn for each element, and then I have some
Right.
real varieties of djinn for you later they're all goofy. One's a
Djinn.
dog. I'm excited.
oh, the dog djinn.
A
Yeah.
dog.
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's kind of
I can
awesome.
grant you 3
actually.
wishes, but they can only be related to dogs.
Jinn love poetry, and there are multiple accounts in Islamic and pre-Islamic history of them essentially having rap battles with people.
Oh, sick.
It's like poetry is so important to Arabic culture. So like, Umayyad poet Kuthayir Azah, he
Hold
wanted
up.
to be a poet, but he was bad at it until one day he allegedly saw a dude all made out of brass. I'm thinking like that CeeLo Green supervillain
Oh, yeah.
costume.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Where he's just like full steel looking.
Yeah, exactly.
With the sunglasses on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm just saying that's a dope idea. If someone did like an Islamic rap battle, like cartoon or something, but with Jinn as like super rap battle entities, that would be sick.
That would be pretty
It's gotta
cool.
exist, right? It's gotta exist.
It's gotta be somewhere, but like it's gotta have that style, that pizzazz.
The Gorillaz music video for like Sunshine in the Bag. I don't know, the ghost or whatever that's possessing Russell. That they give the rap breakdowns.
Yeah, that song's called Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, thank you.
Yeah.
It'd be something like that, but I'm just saying it'd be sick.
Anyway, so CeeLo Green, Golden CeeLo Green writes up to our boy and says like, "Oh, you want to be a poet? Try saying some poetry." And the guy tried some poetry, and he was now great at it. And the Jinn was like, "You're welcome." And he disappeared.
Wow.
He's like, "I'll be your mentor."
Yes.
Now drop me a bar, and he's like, "Okay."
Yep.
Now you know how to poetry.
That's
He's like, "Oh my god."
The poetry was inside you the whole time. You just had to believe in yourself. I didn't do anything. I'm not the wish granting Jinn.
I'm not the wish granting kind of guy. I just reveal the latent potency inside you.
So people just got the gift of gab, you know?
Yeah. And so,
I
like,
just pulled out that potential, bro.
Yeah. So, like, as a writer, I sort of feel this vibe where, like, Jinn are sometimes like muses, where sometimes if you have a really good idea, or you get the writing vibe where your fingers are just flying, they're like, "Oh yeah, Jinn's helping you out. Jinn's got you." And then when you get writer's block, the Jinn fucked off. They left you high and dry.
Sorry.
You guys, let's see. Jinn can possess people. If you go to various parts of the internet, you will see possessions or Jinn exorcisms that look a lot like sort of devil exorcisms. Ryan's throwing up the air quotes.
Yeah.
It's beliefs. I think there are more rational explanations, but I ain't gonna piss off. I ain't trying to piss off anyone. And I especially ain't trying to piss off any supernatural, invisible, powerful people. You know what I mean?
For real. My whole thing with the exorcism side of YouTube, where they show exorcisms, is like the only person who can be possessed is someone who believes that they are able to be. I think.
Yes. Like, so I think that strongly believes it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, when that happens, I think, maybe there are other explanations as to what actually is happening,
Yeah.
That did not. Did not cover that sneeze.
Yeah, it's fine. This is probably a topic for, like, when we get to Yugoloth or something like that, another type of evil possessing fiend, but, like, every possession case I've looked at, I feel like they're pretty understandable, pretty reasonable explanations, whether it's mental health or action.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I've never been possessed. But Jinn can't possess you.
Yeah.
So you've got to salt your food. That's one way to make sure that they're not in your food.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it delicious too. So.
Yeah, salt's important.
Salt's important in preserving and making things delicious. Remember that, folks. Salt your pasta water.
Yeah, for real. Salt your pasta water.
Yeah.
And don't break it in half. What are you doing?
Just get a bigger pot, bro. I guess.
All right, Ryan, we're about to hit the top of the charts in Italy. You just said the right shit.
You don't even gotta get a bigger pot. Just let it sink in, dog. It gets wet.
Enjoy the al dente. It's supposed to be toothsome.
Yeah,
don't overcook that shit.
It'll be delicious. I swear.
I don't know. As someone who's eaten a lot of mushy spaghetti, in my opinion.
Yeah. Spaghetti's like pizza, right?
Yeah.
Even bad spaghetti is still spaghetti.
Yeah.
But having a mushy pizza, though.
Yeah, that's not great, I guess.
Anyway,
I don't want to talk about them.
We veered off.
This is like mythologically complicated, but like, the Jinn have a leader who rebelled against God and is maybe in hell, and his name is Iblis. Sort of serves as the Islamic devil, but he's also distinctly separate from the devil in a lot of cases. Yeah. And much like Satan, his whole deal was like, I'm not fucking bending the knee to these goddamn mud people.
Right. Was that? Did I get those mixed up? I think there was a story that I heard about. I don't know if it's about Iblis or if it's about Satan, but like, it might have been the way it went is like the reason Satan rebelled against God was because God told him only to obey God himself. You know.
I buy it. Yeah, that's definitely more Satan than Iblis, because Iblis' whole thing is like,
Satan.
fuck, I was made first. Yeah. I have magical powers. I'm not gonna fucking bow to this monkey.
Yeah.
This monkey made from dirt.
Bowing to this creature that was just made.
Right.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's what it says here on the Googs.
On the Googs.
Says,
Yeah.
He's a fallen angel, like Lucifer.
Yeah.
Right.
Who refused to bow before Adam. You know, it's like I don't like.
When you think about it, you know, Satan is just Lucifer's persona.
Go on, elaborate.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like a giant goat man.
Yeah, because he was originally named Lucifer, but when he fell from grace,
well, I guess Satan's got a few
he changed
different
his name to
forms.
Satan instead of Lucifer.
Yeah, it's like because Satan just means
Baphomet's the goat man, right? Baphomet's the goat demon.
I think so. Yeah.
We're getting off topic for Jen, but like it's complicated because Satan just means adversary, and so Satan shows up before. Yeah. Satan shows up in the Bible before Lucifer does.
Oh,
and
he could just be. Yeah, it could just be a devil.
So are we dealing with a story that's like at a time? Like it's hard to make the canon work. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Yeah. It is.
Because he shows up in Job's story and he's God's buddy, but he's also Satan at the point already, where he's just like, oh God, this guy really loves you. Would he still love you if you fucking ruined his day?
Yes.
Let's bet on it, homie.
He still kind of.
I know you're omniscient. Let's fucking do it.
Let's play with the chips here, buddy. But doesn't Lucifer still kind of like have respect for God? But he's just like, I just kind of like, I don't think we should do this with people. We should do this with people.
I mean, like it depends on the interpretation. Like, it's so complicated.
Yeah,
there's so many different.
Yeah, I just remember that there was one story where like the reason why he was cast out of heaven was because they had a disagreement on how to punish people.
Yeah,
Right.
I would totally. It sounds like something he'd do. I totally believe it. But again, it's really hard
Lucifer's
to try to get.
We should punish these guys, or like not punish, but yeah, because like I think God wanted to like send him into damnation or something.
Yeah.
And Lucifer's like, but what if what if we like rehabilitate him in the like 9 rings and then send him to heaven later? And he's like, no, I hate it.
It sounds like I don't know. Again, hard to
totally
find a consistent canon on a character that
I
shows
blame
up in
Dante's
every
Inferno for all this bullshit.
Oh yeah, one of the most impactful fanfics of all time.
Yeah.
You guys read that shit? It's so good.
Real.
I love the energy of writing a fanfic to spite every boss who is mean to you and make your crush fall in love with you even though she doesn't know you exist. I love writing fanfiction where everybody who's ever mean to you is getting fucking sodomized by snakes in hell. Like real Tumblr, real my journal energy or live journal energy.
Real crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Real like vindictive. Very good. Anyway.
The kind of fanfic that starts with the lemon tag.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says here that the story is that he was cast out of heaven because he didn't believe in the plan for giving agency, and he proposed a different plan that negated agency.
Well, it's 2024, so I'm gonna have to kind of agree with him.
Yeah, I think agency was a huge mistake.
Yeah. How do we fucking pivot back to Jinn?
Jinn, do they have agency?
Yes, that's a big deal. They also have agency.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And they use that agency to sometimes fall in love with humans. Where they make poets or sorcerers, which is why, one of the paths to sorcery in D&D is having a Jinn as a parent.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
My Jinn dead.
Hey, can I borrow the infinite cosmic powers, Dad? Nah.
No.
Did you mow the lawn?
No.
You don't have to mow the lawn if you can snap your fingers and just eat magically. It's about responsibility. So you might be wondering at this point, wow, Jinn have a lot of powers. How do I defend myself from these guys?
How can, John?
There's a lot of ways to do it, actually.
Oh, really? There was a way. Ah, that's right, because that book said if you wanted to summon a Jinn, you might have to fight the Jinn, so you're gonna have to get yourself an enchanted sword.
Yeah, I mean, that's news to me, but yeah. Or is that the Crowley book? What is that?
I don't know what that is. That's some book a friend of mine who's like looked into the occult talked to me about. It's from a grimoire. Someone's grimoire. I don't know who's.
It was this old dusty book that they pulled out, and they're like, "Check this out." Yeah, it had an eye that moved around. It was crazy.
Yeah.
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 On the back, it was only something that I can explain as a gaping maw with infinite teeth. With spoken tongues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Enchanted weapons are a way to deal with them, I believe, right?
Probably. They even non-enchanted stuff, they're afraid of / weak to iron.
Oh,
like
good.
fairies.
Okay.
Also, they're afraid of wolves, but not dogs.
Wolves, but not dogs. Huh. Okay.
Yes, that was a very important one. I should mention, I forgot to do it earlier. My primary source here is a book called Islam, Arabs in the Intelligent World of the Jinn by Mira El-Zain, which has been phenomenal for this. So cool. But yes, she points it out, I believe. And I was like, that's weird.
That's a little strange.
So let's see, what else we got going on here? Let's see. You can wear amulets, often inscribed with Allah's name. That should do it. I guess if you are, religious symbols, do that. Kind of like with undead or demons.
Right.
And as you were sort of pointing out, Julio, inspired by Solomon, there's like a lot of magic stuff on how to summon and control Jinn.
Ooh.
Apparently there's a good way to do it through the power of God, and there's an evil way to do it that's like kind of similar to necromancy.
Okay.
So, yeah. Build yourself your own temple. I don't know.
Maybe.
Go wild. Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, alright. So that's like the deep lore of Jinn. That's the broad lore. So now that you know this, I have to show you some clips.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Sick.
Jinn are popular in pop culture, right?
Yeah. Right now, I think especially, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Aladdin and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, gee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps you are aware of. I'm going out on a limb here, but this is really funny to me. Are you aware? Like, you're aware of ghost hunting, obviously? Like Zach Baggins shit. You're on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hunting Jinn is really popular in the Arab Peninsula, and
I don't know. I don't know if this is the same one I'm thinking about.
Bismillah.
Is this the one where I remember
this is
seeing
a compilation? Just watch 2 or 3 and tell me what you guys are saying.
Goodness. I might have seen maybe a few of these
on the stairs. Is pretty wow.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, our
kicking indoors,
turning off shit with your foot, kicking shit.
So yeah, this is a compilation of. I love the particularly like the Saudi ghost style hunted ghost, wherein it's it's like the fucking tactical ghost hunting where you kick in a door and shout "God be with me," and you clear your corners and you get that Jinn out of there. Just a lot of people kicking open doors while screaming prayers. It is. I want Zach Baggins to do this. This seems like the best way to hunt a ghost. You don't wait for the ghost to take action. You fucking find the ghost.
It's like if Van Helsing was equipped with like a ballistics plate.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Just kicking. Yeah, no. There's this guy, and there's. I mean, like, I guess it's not the same guy, but there's also some like Southeast Asian ghost hunter videos where they just go wild.
let me hop to one of those.
There's like one where like a ghost woman is there, and they're like, oh, they're just like throwing shit at her.
Indonesian ghost hunting.
Again, Islam made it all the way to Indonesia, right? It went from
it's crazy.
Morocco to Indonesia before, It's
all fun and games till you beat a homeless person.
Yeah.
Right?
Describe this one for us real quick.
Is that some kind of bloody thing?
I believe it's supposed to be a jinn. They're telling us it's a jinn, but I think it's somebody's friend in a costume that they just fucking
Why is it so meaty?
It's probably somebody in a costume.
But this dude just gets domed.
Yeah, they really domed.
It's crazy. Like what's kind of spooky is that even though the jinn's supposed to be invisible, like it's got full on meat.
Yeah.
Like meat puppetry going on.
And then lastly, don't watch this whole thing, but
oh no,
here's a goofy jinn. Here's another jinn for you.
Hell yeah.
Describe that one real quick. It's only like 3 seconds.
It looks like a guy wearing a hoodie.
I think it's just literally a guy in a sheet.
Yeah, it looked like a sheet.
The guy, yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo situation.
I'll put these all in the show notes. I love the Styles ghost hunting. It's so funny. The Indonesian ones in particular are very fake, but very funny.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because it's like their idea of like combating ghosts is way more aggressive.
Yeah, again,
way more aggressive.
The tactical bismollas with door kicks and shit, right? Like,
right?
It fucking slapped. So let's talk about some types of jinn now in D&D and in the real world.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Efreets. You guys have heard of Efreets before? You know what an Efreet is? Hit me with it.
They're my most favorite Final Fantasy summon.
Yeah, me too. I was just replaying Final Fantasy Tactics again, and they slap.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Incredible fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Great AoE. Usually like the first guy you unlock.
Yeah.
But in terms of talking about Efreets in general, they're usually some kind of fire spirit.
Yeah.
They take like the characteristics of either rams or goats sometimes, like mostly, or like the popular version.
Yeah, yeah.
They're usually just a big dude made of fire.
Yeah, you're fucking nailing it. So these guys are fire gen. They are the biggest, sometimes the most powerful, and most evil ones.
Ooh.
Sometimes they're the jinn that torture people in hell, like demons are. Sometimes they're a type of demon. Again, it's really unclear if it's like a demon can become an Efreet, or an Efreet can become a demon, if these are the same thing, if they're the different things. If they, they're evil fire guys.
Right.
I mean, I believe them being evil if they like cast Giga Flare.
Yeah.
That also, easily,
We talked about how you can convert jinn sometimes to Islam or stuff like that. You can't convert Efreet.
Not Efreet.
No,
they're too evil.
They're too evil.
They're too headstrong. Caught up in their own thing.
Yeah. And in Egyptian culture, to make everything more confusing, sometimes Efreet are sort of ghosts. Like if you die a violent death, you can come back as an Efreet.
Ooh.
Oh, sick.
Allegedly, driving a nail into your spilt blood stops you from becoming an Efreet. Sort of like staking a vampire.
That's like pinning your blood down.
Yeah, your blood ghost.
Yeah. No, not my blood ghost. I need that to become fire or demon.
Yeah. And in D&D, they're fire gen. They throw fireballs. They got a big scimitar. They take slaves like every evil race in D&D. They're lawful evil. They have a big evil brass city on the plane of fire, or sometimes in hell, where they take all their slaves to trade with other evil fire creatures or demons. They're cool. I like them.
Is it made out of brass so that it's always hot to be around?
I think it's made of brass because that's we barely scratch it. But in Islamic folklore, the jinn have their own hidden city called the City of Brass.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
it's not because like that metal is like
conductive.
Yeah.
Which is why we still use it. But no.
But it's cool giving them like a scimitar.
Yeah. They're of all the jinn, these are the closest in D&D as they are to their real world lore. We're only going to get farther and farther off as we go here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Speaking of weapons, I think like a khopesh is also a really cool fucking weapon.
I love a good khopesh. That's like the Egyptian sword, Julio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the jagged part and then like the curve.
So cool.
So
yeah,
cool.
it's like, yeah.
I don't know, just giving something like that weapon like ups their cool factor by 10.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Okay, so next we have Marids, which are our wet and wild guys.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
These are also evil jinn. In the Quran, the name can sort of be used interchangeably with Efreet, so I don't know why in D&D they are wet. The name doesn't have anything to do with being wet. It just means a rebel, as in like these are the guys who rebelled against God, didn't trust the plan.
Rebellious water.
My best guess is like, you guys know the 1001 Nights story where a fisherman pulls up a bottle and he's like, I wonder what's in here, and he breaks the seal and a big evil genie comes out.
Oh my.
And he's got to trick him back into the bottle. The genie's like, I'll grant you 2 wishes or 3 wishes, and I'm gonna fucking murk you. You get 3 wishes for freeing me, but I'm a big evil genie. I'm gonna kill every human I can find.
That's terrible.
And the guy's like, hey, I just want to see what you look like back in the bottle. You're a 25-foot tall demon. 25-foot tall djinn. How'd you fit in the bottle? I don't get it. Show me. The djinn's like, oh, just like this, bro. And the guy's like, got him.
Gotcha.
Got his ass.
Idiot.
So I think because it's a powerful wish-granting demon and it was in the ocean, maybe some D&D writer was like, I know this is supposed to be a fire guy, but we need a wet guy, ocean genie wet guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Most likely.
That's my guess. That's my best guess. I don't know. I've never.
Maybe.
I mean, it makes sense logically.
Maybe they just needed an opposite for him, you know?
Yeah. Because like we're only gonna get farther off the point.
Right.
As I said,
we just needed a guy.
We just need a wet evil guy. They can cast Hydro Pump. I love it, like a Blastoise. It's a water cold damage with a pushback. No fireballs. They got Hydro Pump. That's great.
Hit him with a Hydro Pump.
Wow.
And D&D says these guys are more greedy than evil, but they're still evil. So there you go.
And they're still pretty mean.
Yeah. Next we got the genie, which are named after the Jinn. These are the most like generic vanilla ass one. Because D&D gave them all elements. These are our wind guys, and these are the ones that like can make tornadoes, which Jinn like to do in real life allegedly. They're also like neutral or good. They're clearly inspired by like the Jinn and Aladdin and stuff like that. And then we have the Tao, which like, no, these are our Earth guys. They are the greediest of all the Jinn. There's no analog for them in the real world. So how about we get into some real world Jinn that are goofy?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we got the Hinn.
The Hinn,
which are not in D&D. These are weak Jinn who are described as dog-like.
Okay.
So I think these are I can't help but picture these guys as doggies, because even though they're Jinn, you can scare them off by shouting or throwing food at them. You just be like, "Yawn, get
out of here,
get out of here."
And you've defeated a Jinn, like a very weak Jinn, the bottom of the totem pole, but you'll have defeated a Jinn by throwing like a hamburger at him.
Nice. Take this and leave. You've defeated Jinn.
I also like, again, it says they're dog like. There's no evidence for this. I'm picturing like Hinn are to Jinn what Crypto the Superdog is to Superman, or what Ace the Bat Hound is to Batman. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, I get you.
It's a genie dog. I don't know if that's literal or if they just mean like, because dog is sometimes an insult. Maybe. It's unclear in the text what they mean by this, but I'm choosing to believe these are cute, friendly, magical dogs.
They're buddies.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, like, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Maybe they're like the spirit dogs in like Mexican lore.
Oh, I don't know about these guys.
They're like it's like a dog with blue eyes that like guides you through the spirit realm.
Oh, how about a psychopomp is the word for that. Somebody who guides your soul to the afterlife.
Something like that, yeah.
Psychopomp?
Psychopomp, yeah.
That's a cool word.
It's a fun word. We got we got palimpsest last time. We got psychopomp this time. Prepare for your SATs. We're here.
I want to see you get top scores.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, okay?
You learned a new one. Wait until that comes up in your life randomly.
Yeah. Sound cool at parties. Okay, so now we have the Shik or the Nas.
The Shik?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the razor?
Shiqq, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So also not in D&D, these guys are weak jinn. They're sometimes described as being like a person cut down the middle. So like one leg, one eye, or like being half person, half like goat or other animal.
Shoot. Mm-hmm. Okay. But also down the middle, like goat one side.
Well, it sort of changes, but yeah.
That's great. That's cool. A little spooky, but okay.
So, in most stories, these guys hate and fear humans, and like they'll run away from humans. They just never want to be seen, never want to get caught. Just like Black Widows, they're more scared of you than you are of them.
I see.
Mm-hmm. But get your passports to Magonia out. With stamp your passport to Magonia. We're gonna sound the Jack Filet buzzer because there are also some stories of these guys carrying off lone travelers on desert roads to steal their gum.
Oh, wow.
So, like, if that sounds like an alien abduction to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds pretty alien to me.
Steal cum.
Yeah.
They just love it.
They love our liquid.
They do, all our liquids.
They need our DNA.
They're hungry for our eggs.
Yeah, they need to be sure that we're worth reproducing.
I don't know. There's a million reasons for what they might do, but shit, I just punched my mic.
It's all good.
There's a pretty clear Jack Filet-ism. We have like a jinn that do a really weird specific alien abduction thing, and jinn that specifically abduct travelers alone at night, which like every alien abduction story you've heard, except for the ones we've covered, where people are getting taken out of their pools or their bedrooms or shit. It's usually a guy in a car, right? Alone on a road, and they get grabbed.
Wow.
Right? Like, I don't know, I think that's spooky. I like it.
It is very spooky.
And then we got our big dog here, which is going to take over the other half of the episode.
Large
we got
dog.
Ghouls.
What you know about ghouls? Well, before we hop into ghouls, I guess, like, let's close up Jinn in general. What you got thoughts? You got improvements? What do you think about Jinn?
They're pretty great.
They have, I think they have like a great kind of lineup of creatures you can use. And of course, if you just want to make them cool big bosses, that's all that they got them right there.
Yeah, the Efreet and the Maret are made for it.
And if you want to have fun little enemies or companions, you can have the dog shit. Or if you want to have a spooky time, bring in one of the half the shit.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the inside of a goat's mouth. Oh, that's the side of a man's face.
Yeah. My one thing I so badly in D&D, I want the I want the Hinn. I want the dog jinn as like familiars.
Yeah.
I know I'm taking this widely out of context. I'm doing the bad thing the D&D writers did in the 70s, where I'm taking somebody's cultural heritage and I'm like, but wouldn't this be cool to fight with the sword? But I do think getting a Hinn as a familiar would be pretty neat. Getting a magical dog friend.
That would be cool, yeah.
I think it.
Yeah. How about you, Julio? You got deep jinn thoughts?
Oh man, if they're real, I hope they're cool.
Yeah. Again, thank you. We think you're dope. We think you're sweet.
Yeah. I hope the years have been kind to you and have changed your thoughts about people.
Yeah.
If just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, ghouls, spooky boogies. You guys, let's do a similar thing. What you know about ghouls?
I know they're scary.
Yeah.
Kind of like them. Little green ghouls. Little green ghouls. Remember that from Always Sunny?
Oh no, I don't.
I do remember.
They're trying to make a dating profile for Charlie. And like,
yeah, this is the same thing I was thinking of. Like, what are your interests? Ghouls.
Ghouls. Little green ghoul.
I know they're kind of like ghostish, but also kind of zombie-ish. They could be one of the two-ish.
Yeah.
It's a very vague term in English, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
A ghoul.
like a ghoul can either be like an advanced zombie, which is like
or a fast zombie sometimes.
Yeah, like a really strong or fast kind of undead, or it could be like a ghost that's a little bit more physical.
Yeah. So I think those are both kind of right-ish, because in the initial lore, ghoul, like a ghoul is specifically a type of jinn, which is why I've lumped them together, even though they're not next to each other in the monster manual. So ghoul, again, Arabic is a syllabic language. The root word for ghoul is ga, wow, la, which, other words in that same root family mean like to destroy, to annihilate, to seize. So you can kind of think of ghouls as thinking, like, call them like grabbers or annihilators. Would be like
destructive fellas.
Yeah. Did you know that there is a cursed star named after ghouls?
Ooh. The cursed star?
Yeah, the ghoul star.
Ooh. The ghoul star.
Yeah, Al Ghoul, which just means the ghoul, right? In Greek,
it all makes sense now.
In English, it's called the demon star. In Greek, it's called Medusa's eye. And obviously in Arabic, it is... Tell me if this rings a fucking bell for you. Fucking DC heads. It's called the Ras Al Ghul.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that's what I mean, man. I was like, that makes all sense now.
The demon's head. The ghoul's eye.
Right.
I'm gonna have to say this star's got like the coolest set of names.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like if this star does not have crazy cosmic like magical powers, I don't know what will like grant it.
Well, it's like obviously like the Arab world and the Greek world are actually like way closer together than we tend to think of them in Western culture. So this could just be
for real.
But it is pretty funny that both the cultures were like, this star's fucking cursed. If you're born under the star, you are going to you're probably going to get decapitated because you're going to be a criminal. It's a deeply unlucky star. Don't invest. Don't go to battles. It's bad.
Don't do anything under this star.
Will it copy paste? Let's find out. Here's no, but will not.
There's
a magical symbol. Yeah, it's a real star. I'm just talking about its symbology and astrology. Apparently it's one of the Bahenian fixed stars, which sounds like some Lovecraft bullshit.
That's the
magical symbol for it right there. Looks very evil. Looks bad.
It kind of looks like a key.
That's dope. The key to your demise.
Oh, and also the first people to associate the star with like bad luck and evil and being a good time for evil magicians were the Egyptians, fucking 32,000 years ago.
Wow.
Damn.
Or sorry, 3,000. I'm bad at decimals. 3,200 years ago. Like people have thought this shit is fucked up for a long time.
Everyone linked together for like a long time, and they're like, "That star is fucked up."
Yeah,
that star is fucked up, bro. And then like the next civilization came through, and they're like, "That star is fucked up, bro."
Yeah, we have all these notes saying that star's fucked up. I think that star might be fucked up, and so on.
That might be a fucked up star.
Anyways. I wonder why.
Yeah. I don't know what the reasoning is other than the game of telephone. My point is, I have astrology friends. It's not my vibe. I don't mean to insult them, but like next time someone's like, I'm just feeling off. Mercury's in retrograde. Just be like, oh yeah, Al Ghul is in the fucking house of Sat. Like we're fucked. It's bad.
It's crazy.
Al Ghul's ascendant. We got to get out of here.
A ghoul just shot me with them cosmic rays, bro. I'm not making out of this.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was neat.
I'm turning into a super demon right now.
Yeah. So ghouls actually, like, they're old. Unlike they're older than Islam. They're like one of the oldest monsters in the Arabic Peninsula that we have writings of.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the Quran never mentions them, but the Hadiths do, only saying that they were once really good angels or jinn that for rebelling they got cast to earth and hit with meteors and they got warped and went insane.
That's crazy.
So kind of like the Fallout Ghoul kind of vibe-ish.
That's a pretty dope story, though.
Yeah.
You're going to Earth, and then I'm going to throw rocks at you.
I'm going to throw nuclear rocks at you to fuck your shit up.
Yeah. Enjoy this cosmic radiation. Now morph into some kind of horrible creature.
Great that you've mentioned this, because ghouls as jinn are shapeshifters.
Ooh.
So one of the things they really like to do, especially in these early stories, is shapeshift into like animals to stalk you, or people to try to get you to come away from your campfire and come help. They're afraid of light, even campfires they can't handle in these stories. So there's lots of tales of somebody hearing like a woman being like, "Help, help, I'm being murdered," and like coming over hill to go see who it is, and they're being like a woman, and once you get close, the woman turns into a ghoul and eats you. Or like they're just being a child wandering alone at night, and you being like, "Hey, bud, what are you doing out here alone?" And the kid's like, "I lost my mom. Can you help me find her?" And when you get close, it turns into a ghoul and eats you.
Wow.
Yeah,
You've
spooky,
been fooled.
spooky.
Super spooky.
6th century poet Ubayd ibn Ayyub notes that like he had an encounter where when he was traveling across the desert, he would see a ghoul every night. He saw the same ghoul with its glowing reflective eyes, and just following his camp. Every night it got a little closer and a little closer to his fire. Every night it got a little bit braver. Until one night it jumped him. It was either starving and desperate, or it just like thought he was an easy target. And he had to behead it to protect himself.
Wow.
So this guy was like dope.
Oh yeah. Again, we love a poet that can like we love a bard, right? We love a poet that can swing a sword.
Yeah.
He's like, I was in the what was it? I was in the College of Swords.
Yeah. Well, we got another College of Swords bard here, Ta'abata Sharan, who's another 6th century poet who was like, his town was being attacked by a ghoul. So he like went and hunted her down, and when he finally caught up to her, he described her as having an ugly head like a cat, but with a forked tongue.
Ooh.
Wow.
You know, regular cool stuff.
Yeah.
Cat with a forked tongue. Wow.
A human, like a human body with big claws, and then a cat head with a forked tongue.
Oh wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then did he behead it?
Yeah. Let me jump a thing, but like in a lot of stories, you have to kill a ghoul in one shot, because if it takes you 2 shots, they'll come back.
I see.
And then you can't kill them again.
Come back faster than you could kill it.
Well, it's like if you have to one shot them, OKO them, they'll come back, and they're effectively immortal at that point. You can't kill them through violence.
Yeah.
You better crit that next attack, buddy.
We were talking about how Jinn can be converted, right? So if you can't one-shot a ghoul, maybe you can convert them. In one story, a hero by the name of Gharib manages to convert a ghoul named Sa'adan and his children to Islam. And they, like, go on to be good Muslims, which is cool, but can you imagine being in the mosque and the dude right next to you is, like, a emaciated walking corpse?
That's an experience. And then hopefully they become a cool neighbor.
Yeah. Well, in the story, right, they help build mosques, they help proselytize.
Oh my god.
They become good neighbors, yeah.
They become actual, like,
they become real chill
members
dudes
of society.
for creatures that were cannibalistic inhuman spirits that hated humans. They seem to be pretty good guys after they convert.
You know, I want to be able to
pillars of the community.
Yeah.
I want to believe in redemption.
Yeah. I mean, I love
cool dudes,
Hellboy.
but then they were also the leaders of the HOA.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love a Hellboy. I love I'm thinking of I love a Spike from
Etrigan.
Angel. Etrigan's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love a monster gone good.
Yeah.
Especially a monster that can rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Etrigan, drop me a fat beat.
Etrigan is an obscure DC Comics character for those of you guys who are not picking up what we're putting down. He's a dude possessed by a demon who has to speak in rhymes at all times.
Yeah. Rhymes at all times. Only rhymes.
Only rhymes. All right.
Never minds.
Again, we mentioned this earlier, but I think it's cool that like you never see a vampire be like, this Jesus guy sounds pretty cool. I like that a ghoul can be like, I'm going to give this Jesus guy or this Muhammad guy a try. Yeah. I like that Jinn can do that. I think it's cool that even a Jinn is evil and as a ghoul.
Yeah.
But then they're able to just think about it for a second. They're like, you know what? Yeah, why not?
Make a good point.
Yeah. You've convinced me.
So ghouls, like I said, they eat people, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when they can't eat people, they hang out in graveyards where they dig up the recently dead to eat them. And in some stories, I said they can steal the voice or they can steal the form of only people they've eaten. So there are a lot of stories where it's like, I just buried my kid, now he's knocking at the door being like, Mama, let me in.
Oh, snap.
Like, no way.
You're like, I buried you 2 days ago, I know you're dead. And if you let him in, the ghouls can eat the rest of your family.
Yeah, they eat you,
yeah. So like, it reminds me of like Fleshgate stories, you know what I mean? Like modern SW stories where they're like, someone's like, well, Jerry left, now he's coming back and he's not speaking quite right. Something's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really spooky.
It's weird. He has a lisp now.
Yeah. Let's see. They also eat livestock. So they do the chupacabra thing, where if they can't get people, they'll kill all your sheep.
Blood.
Makes sense.
Well, they don't suck blood. Like they tear shit apart with their claws.
Oh, okay.
But like still, it's the same thing. Where a bunch of dead animals show up, and you're like, "Fucking ghoul got him."
Yeah. That good.
And they also hang out.
Maiming shit.
Yeah. They also hang out in dumps, which like I've never been in the junkyard or a dump in D&D. Dumps were a part of the ancient world and the medieval world. Set an adventure in a dump. That's my Google suggestion. Coming in early. I love the junkyard levels in Star Wars. Do it for D&D. Have a bunch of ghouls living in the trash, eating dead bodies, eating garbage.
Hell yeah. Have them crawl out of the trash and attack you.
I'm a trash man. I get upstairs, return trash.
And I start eating it.
I start eating garbage.
I had no idea this was going to be such a It's Always Sunny heavy episode. Let's see. So yeah, that brings us to ghouls in D&D, right? Where they are, as Ryan said, they're fast zombies, they're enhanced zombies. They're not Jinn, they are undead. They're hungry, they're cannibals, and for some reason, they also got paralyzing claws.
Paralyzing claws.
They can poke you, and if you're not an elf in most editions, for some reason elves are often immune to this.
You're paralyzed.
You're paralyzed. God, that sucks. You don't want to be paralyzed when there's a cannibal there.
Yeah, for real. Who's willing to eat your flesh.
In older editions of the game, ghouls had a burrow speed, and I remember adventures where a ghoul would like tap you, you'd be paralyzed, and then he would like grab you and drag you under the ground. You'd burrow. And so now you are suffocating. And if the rest of your friends don't kill all the ghouls fast, you'll die of suffocation.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, steal that.
That's scary, dude.
Give the ghouls back a burrow speed. It's fine.
Yeah. Give them back the ability to bury you alive.
Yeah. Ghoul. Do you know what a ghast is?
A ghast is a kind of ghoul, right?
Yeah, basically, it's the Raichu to the ghouls Pikachu.
I see. So it's an advanced.
They're just advanced ghoul.
Yeah.
This isn't your regular, ordinary ghoul. These are advanced ghouls.
They are much like ghouls. They also stink. They smell so bad they can poison you.
They're just a little bit more rotten.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned the ghast in our skunk ape episode.
Oh yeah, because of the stench thing, probably.
Yeah.
And now they've come back.
I love stench as a mechanic because just an AoE debuff aura is always good on a monster. It makes players have to use their fucking brains. But also, nothing's funnier than having like a character fuck off because it's too stinky.
It's too stinky, man. I can't hit him.
I'm just like, oh.
I took in too deep a breath and I coughed.
Fucking, you do the thing where you like try to swallow your spit. You got a little too much spit, so you gotta swallow a little bit. You fuck it up. Now you're like choking, and everyone's like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "I'm okay," which makes it sound like you're not okay.
Yeah. I swallowed my spit, and it's got a bit of the stench in it, and I feel it in my throat. But I'm fine.
That's D&D ghouls. I steal the voice stealing. Put them in garbage dumps, steal the voice stealing mechanic, give them a burrow speed. I love them. They're a great monster.
That would be sick, yeah.
They can be a scary threat.
Yeah. For sure. They got dark vision. They can climb. They can burrow. You know.
Yeah.
They'll paralyze you with their claws.
Battlefields. they're
They can be anywhere where mass death happens.
Yeah, and they're smarter. They're feral. They're smarter than zombies or skeletons. So Yeah. But you also don't need magic weapons like you do for higher level undead. They're in a good a good sweet spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're pretty sweet, yeah. I think they're neat.
They're one of my favorite monsters. I love them.
Yeah.
They can be really scary mofos.
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft has a story about ghouls. Ghouls are in Warhammer. Like, there's an entire faction in Age of Sigmar now that is just ghoulism.
Wow.
And the bats and stuff they ride in.
That's funny.
Yeah. Ghouls are popular. We love ghouls. Our interests include ghouls. The end.
Yeah.
You guys got some final thoughts for us, or should we just wrap it up and get some hamburgers?
I'm so hungry right now.
I think hamburgers sound good.
We're recording this episode before dinner, so we're all hungry boys. But
we're all starving.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening, guy. Thank you so much, John, for working on this episode. This is a lot of fun.
For bringing this research together to bring us our nice little information.
Now you guys know how to become great poets. You know how to defend yourself against ghouls. You know how to...
Yeah. Once again, thanks for listening, listener. We'll be back 2 weeks from now. Thank you, Jesse Sanders, for making our music.
Thank you so much for going to our store if you bought something. Thanks for
thank you
donating to us at our coffee.
Thanks to what was it?
Thanks for the 5 stars if you left us a review.
Thanks to Croatia. We're turning in Croatia, so thank you.
Special thank you to Croatia.
Yeah,
don't want to get any service.
All you Croatians,
there you go.
Thank you so much. We saw your letter. Very, very flattered.
Very flattered. Very flattered. Oh man. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.